I'm curious how, obviously you have served, how do you ensure that you remain updated now in your current position on changes in the military policies, procedures, and even just the culture that might impact your clients in their defense?
The key thing is I'm plugged in at all times. And so I pride myself in not being a reservist. And here's what I mean by that. A lot of people say in the reserves, I am not a reservist. Ben Gold from my law firm, we're not a reservist. Because I believe it is fundamentally problematic when you are in the reserves. I'd be Colonel Bilecki, reservist Colonel Bilecki. How can I take on the system that's trying to take out my client if I'm on the 1st and the 15th, I'm collecting a paycheck from them? I find that problematic. Or every weekend a month, I'm putting on my colonel rank and I'm going in and I'm playing the game. And so I think that's problematic, but you don't need to be a reservist to stay plugged in. I mean, I'm around military service members almost every single day. And the days I'm not around them, I can't remember a day that's gone by where I'm not talking to someone on the phone or having a FaceTime conversation with someone that's in the military. And we're dealing with the military JAG Corps, the defense council, the captains, the majors, the lieutenant colonels, the colonels on a daily basis. We're dealing with service members on a daily basis. We're dealing with commanders on a daily basis. So it's pretty easy to get plugged in as to the culture and what's going on. So you hear about it every day from those on the ground. You know, I pride myself in having served before. I still keep the freaking Air Force haircut, even though I was in the Army. I don't have the long hair. I still go to the gym routinely. I can still, PT with just about anyone that's out there and still give them a run, especially considering I'm 46. And so I still have that alpha mentality, so to speak. If you can't relate to these service members, you're never going to understand what's going on. And so if you're not approachable, you're grossly overweight, you've got the long hippie hair, you look like a soup sandwich showing up, these service members are not going to relate to you, and they're not going to trust you, and they're not going to give you the inside scoop as to what's going on. We are plugged in on a daily basis. So I think I've got a really good feel for the pulse of what's going on, not only on the ground in the various services, but at the upper echelon of the leadership levels as well. With regard to policies and other considerations, the efforts that I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I'm pretty plugged in with a lot of the JAG Corps leadership and the current individuals in the JAG Corps. And all these prosecutors might not believe it, but I'm a pretty nice guy, and they may not hear that in court when I'm in court, but I try to treat absolutely everyone with dignity and respect, and I am someone I believe is authentic. And so I've garnered a lot of fantastic relationships with JAGs I've worked with, defense counsel I've worked with. And so our law firm is uniquely plugged into all the policy changes. When policy changes come down, we're getting pushed this information directly from the senior leadership, whether it's a defense counsel assistance program or from the defense service office. We're getting pushed this information off them right away. If there's a policy change that happens, it's pushed out to the military, Ben and I will get 3 or 4 texts immediately from other defense counsel that's pushing that our way. And so we stay pretty plugged into what's happening in terms of policy changes, just from individuals pushing that information to us. And if not, it's pretty easy to pull that information. I don't need to have that information pushed to us. It's pretty easy to get that information online and through other resources. So for policy changes, updates on the law, and that's really easy to get as an attorney, but we're getting oftentimes the inside information pushed to us. And we're even in situations where leadership is coming to us and asking us, how do we think these changes should be implemented? And that's on the JAG Corps side. What 05, 06 leadership on the defense counsel side saying, hey, these are the new policy changes for the SHARC program. I mean, this is how Article 120 is changing. We need to train our junior counsel, these young captains, on how this is going to be implemented, how, some of the trial techniques we're going to potentially use. And so we're getting consulted on the stuff I have behind the scene. I don't charge any money for that. I'm happy to teach JAGs, defense counsel, or give my position or give my thoughts to leadership. I'm not going to charge for that. So if there's information that I know that's going to make these young defense counsel better, that's absolutely a game changer. We're going to do that every time, because not every service member has the ability to retain civilian counsel. Not every service member has the financial ability to do that. And even if they did, there's only so many good civilian counsel out there. And the ones that are, we're very busy, so we can't take every case. So if we can take the information we have and, kind of collaborate with the JAG Corps defense leadership to push good quality information and trial techniques and advocacy skills down to the junior folks, that's a win for everyone across the board. And then finally, how do we keep updated on the law? We've got access to some really cool technology. Lexis, everyone knows of LexisNexis or Westlaw, but Lexis has this really cool technology that involves AI. It's called Lexis A.I. And unlike ChatGPT or any of that other nonsense where there's hallucinations in cases, or by hallucinations are, it'll make up cases, it'll make up facts. If you go to ChatGPT and put a case in and ask for a summary, 95% of the time it's going to be wrong. And that is scary. There's a lot of articles on there of lawyers who've gotten burned on this. Well, Lexis has come up with new AI software that integrates LexisNexis in its repository for every case statute. I mean, a massive legal library that's online. And this just rolled out a couple of weeks ago and we were the first small firm in the nation to have access to it. The first small firm in the nation. So Lexis went out to a lot of different firms. We're a small boutique law firm to mid-size and very large firms. And we were selected to have access to this. We had significant training on it. And I can tell you it's a game changer. I mean, you can type in a legal issue that you have and have the up-to-date current shepherdized law and analysis on that instantly. And the beautiful thing is it's always correct. And another thing it does in terms of technology that we can utilize, you have to leverage technology. You can plug in the governance motion into this Lexis product, so Lexis Plus AI, and it will look at all of the case sites that the government cited to and tell you if they accurately cited them or if they've misstated the case. And there's been thousands and thousands of hours of beta testing on this before it rolled out. We tested it, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's something that would take us 8 to 10 hours is now a half an hour to an hour task. And it's funny because there's a case for litigating now where the government cited cases that didn't exist. They miscited cases, the prosecutor miscited cases, put the law in wrong, and we're able to use this technology to save countless hours to basically expose the government and their motion as basically fraud. Probably not intentional. What they do is they go to these garbage motions banks, and if you go to what's called a quote motions bank, it's going to be garbage. And so prosecutors have these, defense counsel have these, and they'll say, well, I have an issue on MRE 412 rape shield. They'll go grab this stock templated motion that's usually out of date, miscited. No one's ever actually checked it. Someone's threw it into a motions bank. And that happens all the time. So what we do is we go and we used to pull every case by hand. Not by hand, we don't go to a law library anymore. We'll go on Lexis or Westlaw and look at each individual case. But now you can have technology do that. And again, a 6 to 8 hour task is done in half an hour to 45 minutes. So this new technology, other firms are going to start having access to this as it goes out. It's very expensive technology. It's not cheap. And people always say, well, your fees are what they are. Well, if we want to have access to, the greatest technology and the best assets, this stuff doesn't come cheap. But it gives you an edge, or gives us an edge that I don't think anyone else in this business currently has. They may have in the future, but as we've been informed, we're the first small boutique law firm to have this type of access. And not only is it accurate, which is the big thing, it's a game changer. If you're one of these scenarios where the government's accused you of something very serious and it could cost you your future, your freedom, or your career, you need someone who's been there and done that. Give me a call. I've been doing this for 20 years and I've been to trial over 500 times with a track record that I'll put up against anyone. If you want to take it to the next level, get on my calendar, let's do a call, and let's go win your case.